concentrating a lot on the breath tonight. And so your time at the beach is so beautiful for this class. So I invite you, we're going to start on our backs. And we're going to start with our knees up towards the sky, but our feet on the floor. And just take a moment here just to feel your weight against the mat. Intentionally let those shoulders roll down towards the floor. And you'll probably naturally just want to give yourself a nice big deep breath right here. If you want to sigh it out, you can. And just give yourself a moment to notice all of the physical sounds that are around you there. Maybe the sounds are close by, or maybe they're in the distance. Just note those. Note the temperature of the air where you are. How does it feel against your skin? And then start to notice your physical body. And do a little body scan from the soles of your feet all the way up to the crown of your head. And just give yourself a few breaths here, a few moments to notice, how do your feet feel? Maybe rock back and forth from heel to the ball of each foot. Maybe rock from the inside of your feet to the outside edges. Noticing how the ankles feel. And kind of windshield wiper the knees, seeing how the legs feel. We're just noticing if there's any tension, any sensation at all that may show up in the body. We'll send awareness to the tailbone and the sacrum against the mat. Notice how relaxed you are through the pelvis and the hips. And just go ahead and start to send that awareness up. How are you in the shoulders? How are you in the jaw and the neck? And what about right between the eyes at the brow? Can you relax even there? We'll take another deep breath together here. And you can sigh it out audibly if that feels okay. So for this next part, as we start to come into awareness of our breath, I want you to think about a wave and how a wave starts low and then it starts to crest up before it recedes back down. We're going to use that same analogy for our breath. So as you take an inhale, you're going to feel the belly rise through the center of your torso rises, and then the chest rises all the way up to the collarbones. Find that breath, nice big inhale. Just like a wave, it crests, and then it starts to slow by receding through the chest, through the low ribs, and down into the belly as the navel sinks towards the back. Inhale, try again. And exhale, the breath leaves the chest, the mid-belly, and low belly. Give yourself two more on your own. Last one. Beautiful. So now you've informed your body, your parasympathetic nervous system has informed you that you are safe and you can relax into this moment. Take an inhale. We're going to reach the arms up over the head, but let the shoulders relax. If this is too much for your upper body through the chest, just keep the hands, palms face down near the hips. We'll take an inhale and lift the legs up towards the sky. Notice how the whole back is connected to the mat. You can point and flex the feet here, circle the ankles. Just feeling a little bit deeper into the feet. So we're going to start moving with that nice big deep inhale and exhales here. It's going to look a little something like this. So we've got hands over the head, legs up towards the sky. We'll take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, let those palms come back down, face down next to the hips as the soles of the feet come back to the mat. That's your exhale. Fully release. Inhale, arms back over the head, legs back up towards the sky. And then exhale to release hands and feet back down. Find a little bit of a flow here, your breath. And one more. Beautiful. As you're ready, we're going to roll over onto one side or the other and let a palm come down to the floor so that we can press ourselves up. And then we're going to come to a comfy seat. So your comfy seat may look differently than mine, but we're just going to make sure that the sits bones are pressing into the mat. You've got a nice tall spine, so really give yourself some space here through the back body to lengthen. We'll take an inhale, send the arms and the gaze up over the head. Let those shoulders relax down the back. And then we're going to exhale this right hand down outside of the right hip. Take a fresh breath, and as you do, let that right elbow bend in towards the rib cage as the left fingertips stretch over to the right. Inhale, press off that right hand, and we're going to go over to the left. Exhale to sink in. Inhale, pressing off with the left hand. We'll move back over to the right. So use your breath here. Nice and deep. Feeling a stretch through the side body as you move from side to side. You might even feel it down to the opposite hip as you reach over to the opposite direction. But another thing may show up. You may feel some tension in the neck and in the jaw. Send some awareness there and let yourself relax. Wherever you are, we're going to move through one more round on each side. You're going to bring those palms down to the legs. Let them rest. Find that length through the spine, and we'll take an inhale. And then exhale the chin down towards the chest. Release those shoulders down. Let them relax. And breathe that nice big deep breath all the way up to the collarbones right here. And then let it go. Noticing the tension in the neck release. Last one. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, you can slowly roll your head back up towards me. I'm going to turn to the side just so you can see what I'm going to do from here. We're going to fold forward 2 times from this comfortable seat, but we're going to do it 2 different ways. So as you're ready, take an inhale, reach those arms up over the head, shoulders relax. And then exhale, let the back really round as you bring the hands down to the earth. Try to take that deep breath here. And notice how it's constricted. Try again. Inhale deep. And then exhale, slowly roll your spine nice and tall, crown towards the sky. We'll take an inhale, reach the arms up over the head, shoulders relax. And then exhale, this time, try not to let the back bend as you bring those hands down to the mat in front of you. So we want to keep a nice tall spine. Send the heart forward. Feeling this through the hip flexors. You can bow the chin down towards the chest again if that would feel nice. Just notice the depth and quality of the breath here. Continuing to allow your body to relax. We'll take an inhale and use our hands to walk ourselves back up. We're going to move into table, and this is one of the times that I really like to have that towel or blanket because I can put it under my knees and then my knees don't hurt. So for table, we want to make sure that the knees are right under the hips and the wrists are right under the shoulders. The tops of the feet are on the mat. We're going to go really slow here. So take an inhale and reach the crown and the tailbone up towards the sky. Notice the stretch through the torso and the throat. And then exhale, really let the back really round back behind you as you bring the chin in towards the chest. Inhale, send the crown and the tail up. And exhale, slowly roll it in. Feeling the shoulder blades come apart. 2 more. We'll meet you back in a neutral spine. So we're back in that table. From here, let's curl toes. We're going to lift our hips and move into our first down dog. You can leave that blanket or towel right where it is. We'll need it for our first flow. So the hips are up towards the sky. We're not worried about whether or not the knees are bent or straight. You're strong through the arms. If you feel like you're holding all the weight in your shoulders right here, then send the hips further back towards your heels. Even if you have to bend your knees, it should take some of the pressure out of your shoulders. You can connect some breath to movement here. So maybe one heel goes back on an inhale and then an exhale sends the other heel back. We'll take 2 more breaths. Beautiful. From here, just go ahead and step right over your blanket if you've got it on your mat. We're going to come up to the top of the mat and meet in a forward fold. And this first forward fold has a big bend in the knees. The torso is rolling over your thighs. We'll take an inhale halfway, finding a nice long spine, feeling some heat through the back of the legs, and then exhale, release towards the floor. Take an inhale down low, and then exhale. We're going to slowly rise, pressing the feet into the earth, letting the back really round, keeping the knees bent to protect the lower back. And as you slowly come to rise, let those shoulders come all the way up towards the ears and then roll down the back. Take one of those nice big deep sighing breaths with me here. Inhale deep. Exhale, let it go. All right, so let's check some things. Let's find connection with our feet to the mat here. So maybe rock back and forth on the feet. Pick up the toes. Find all four corners. And send some awareness up the legs. Do you have your knees locked? If you do, soften them. Sending even more awareness up into the hips. Naturally, our tailbone wants to curve out. See if you can tuck it in just a little bit. Notice how it starts to engage the center of your body. That's where your strength is. Make sure you didn't lock those knees. And then we've got the crown all the way up towards the sky. We'll take an inhale and reach the arms up. Shoulders rest down the back. Bring the hands together above your head in prayer, and then we'll bring them down in front of the heart. I'm going to show you this first one to warm up the legs. I'll face you. So I'm going to bring my feet a little bit wider than they are when you're just standing in mountain pose. So I got about 2.5 fists worth in between. Hands are at the heart. We're going to start to inhale and bend the knees. And then exhale, twist over to the right with the arms still together. Inhale through center. And then exhale over to the left. So try not to lock the knees as you stand. Inhale, moving with your breath. Make it super flowy. You're feeling deeper into that side body, into the hips. Awareness to the knees. Keep them soft. One more breath. Get that last side in. Beautiful. Bring those hands back in front of your heart and make your feet just a little bit closer together. Recheck all of those things. Feet connected to the earth. Soft knees rippling up through the crown of the head. We'll take an inhale, lift the arms up over the head with the gaze, and then exhale. Swan dive, forward fold. Big bend in the knees here. So take a moment, if it feels all right, to sway side to side. Having that bend in the knees protects the low back. So if you have any low back issues, that's good for you. Give it one more breath. Beautiful. As you're ready, take an inhale. We're going to step this left leg long down our mat and then bend this right knee. So we're in this low lunge and we've got fingertips on either side of that right foot. Go ahead and lower this left knee down on top of your blanket or towel. Top of the left foot comes to the mat. We'll take an inhale, press in with that right foot, and then bring the arms up over the head. Once you get here, make sure that your heel is under your knee. So I'm going to actually reset mine just a little bit. And then send awareness to this left knee. Are you dumping all the weight into that left hip? Press strong through that left leg. Let's feel through the glutes, through the hips. Square the hips forward. All right, here we go. Nice big inhale. And then we're going to exhale and see if we can bring this left hand down to that right knee and send the right arm back behind. If that's too much, just bring that right arm down to the right hip. Find that breath all the way up to the collarbones. Notice if you dumped that weight in the left knee. Work with the lower body to use your strength here. One more breath. A little balance going on there too. Nice big inhale, reach the arms back up over the head as you twist back towards the front of the room. We'll lower the hands down on either side of the right foot. And we're going to curl toes and just bring ourselves back up to the top. If that doesn't work in your body, it's fine. Just meet me in that forward fold. Big deep breath. As you're ready, take an inhale. We'll step this right leg long down the mat. Low lunge on fingertips on either side of that left foot. And then we'll lower this right knee down, right top of the foot down. We'll take an inhale, press into that left foot, lifting through the hands, and then reset that heel under the knee. Pressing into that right knee, so we're nice and strong here. We'll take an inhale and then twist over to the left. Right palm outside of left hand. Left fingertips reach behind, or they can come onto that left hip. So you're balancing, strengthening, and twisting all right here. Big deep breath up to the collarbones. One more. Beautiful. Inhale, reach the arms up over the head. And then exhale to bring them down to the floor. This time we're going to send that right hip back and bring this left knee back to center, or behind you. You're in table, sorry. I'm going to face you for this next one. All right, so you're in table, you're strong through your arms. You're going to take an inhale and bring this right foot out to the right. And so right away, you can feel some stretching going on through the inside of that right groin. See if you can square your hips here. Take an inhale and then slowly exhale. Let that right hip dip in towards center. So you're going to feel this all through the inside of the right leg. Stay strong through your arms. Notice the tension in the back of the neck. Breathe. Really just sinking that right leg down. Strong through the arms, but the neck and shoulders are relaxed. Nice big inhale. Slowly send those toes all the way towards the back of your mat and then over to the left. Take an inhale and then exhale. Send your gaze down towards those right toes. You're going to feel this stretch deeper into that right hip. Tendency to want to release a little bit through that right arm, but stay strong. You'll feel that breath going all the way up the right side body. One more breath. Beautiful. You can bring that foot all the way back behind you and then bring that right knee back to table. We'll take an inhale and send that left leg out to the left. Strong through that right knee. Don't dump the weight on that right hip. Nice big inhale. And then exhale, slowly let that left hip dip down just a bit, finding that goodness through the inside of the left leg. Strong through the arms. Find that deep breath. Sigh it out if it shows up. One more. Beautiful. As you're ready, slowly let that left foot circle all the way behind you and over to the right. Fresh breath. And then exhale to look back towards those left toes, strong through this left arm. Feeling that breath all through the left side body. One more breath. Beautiful. Bring those left toes right behind you, and then you can make your way back into table. I'm going to take this moment to move the blanket out of the way. We won't be doing anything else from knees at this moment. So I'm going to meet you back in table. Curl your toes. Take an inhale. We're going to lift in to down dog. So give yourself 3 or 4 breaths here. You can sigh it out at any time. If it's too much for you to stay in down dog, you can always stay in table. And as you're ready, take an inhale, lift this left leg up towards the sky. And then bring that knee up towards your nose. Step that left foot through. If that doesn't work in your body, it's fine. Just meet me in this high lunge, however it serves. And then we're going to bring this right heel in towards the center. We've got warrior two legs. Take an inhale, press into that left leg, and then windmill those arms. We're going to make our way, unbalancing here. Make our way into warrior two. So things that we want to check in warrior two, the knee is right over the heel, and then the shoulders are right over the hips. And in this case, there's a light shining right in my eyes. Gaze over the middle finger of the left hand. Sink in a little bit deeper, lunging in. We'll take this right hand down to the right thigh. Turn this left palm up. Take an inhale, and then reach those right fingertips over towards the right. We're in reverse warrior. We've been opening through this left side body so we could make our way here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Beautiful. Inhale, windmill those hands all the way back down to the mat. And then spin onto the ball of the right foot. We'll make our way back into down dog. Give yourself a breath here. Sigh it out if it feels good. Take an inhale, lift the right leg up towards the sky. And then bring the knee up towards your nose. Step that right foot through. Left heel comes in towards the midline. If you need to make your way here in a different way, that's fine. Press into that right foot and then begin to windmill the arms into warrior two. Heel behind toes, lunging in. Hips over shoulders, or under shoulders rather. One more breath. So that left palm's going to come down to that left knee. Right palm comes up, fresh inhale, and then reaching over to the left. Sinking into that right leg. One more breath. Beautiful. Inhale, make your way back to warrior two, and then straighten through this right leg. Bring your toes towards the long edge of your mat. So you're digging the outside edges of your feet into the earth, and then you're going to take an inhale and reach those arms up over the head. So from here, what I want you to do is I want you to think about your strength from the soles of your feet up to the middle fingers on both of your hands, and let that strength ripple up through the soles of your feet, through the center of your body, all the way up to the fingertips for 5-pointed star. So everything is engaged here. Find that deep breath. One more. Nice big inhale. And then exhale, we're just gonna swan dive forward, fold. Release the upper body, let it hang heavy. You can shimmy side to side. You can ninja lunge, bending into one knee and then the other. Stay with the breath. One more. All right, bend those knees nice and deep. Take an inhale, and then exhale, slow rise, coming up in a way that serves your body. You can just leave those hands down next to your hips, and we're gonna shimmy the feet together. So we're gonna do balance from here. If you need to change the way that you're standing, I'm gonna stay towards the long edge of the mat. So I'm gonna offer you tree today. I'm gonna offer it in 2 different ways. So I'll show you what you're probably used to is this, which is you move body weight and then just put a leg on one leg and the knee opens And then maybe you lift your arms. That's great. What I want to tell you is that tree is actually a hip opener. And as I've been sending your awareness to your glutes and your core and all of your strength there, that's where your balance lies, not in your foot. So the other option will be to just lift the knee and then open it to the side and keep the foot flexed so that you can see and feel how that engagement happens without worrying about where this foot lands on the inside of your leg. Your choice, but I'll guide you there. So bring those hands in front of your heart. Give yourself a couple of breaths to settle. And go ahead and start to feel into your feet once again, rocking back and forth, finding your strength there, your stability, your connectedness, and then soften through those knees. Ripple that strength up to the crown of your head, nice long spine. We'll take an inhale. And as you exhale, slowly let that body weight move over to the left side of your body. So you've already set everything up. You're feeling so strong. And now we're ready. So wherever you're going to go ahead and take an inhale and lift this right knee up in front. You could always put a hand on the wall or on a chair. And then your choice. Do you want to bring the right foot inside of the left leg? Or do you want to try what I call ash tree? Because I made it up, at least I think I did. And then you can lift the arms if it feels okay in your body. So soft gaze, 3 or 4 feet in front of you at something not moving. And deep breaths, just like we've been doing whole class. Bring those hands back in front of your heart. And then bring this knee back forward. So we're using the inside of our legs, the adductors. We'll slowly let that right foot drop. And then you can just do coat hanger arms. So coming onto one ball of the foot and then the other. Just getting some synovial fluid moving through those ankles as we ask them to balance our body weight. I'll meet you back in that position where hands are in front of the heart. Go ahead and just check in with the feet, the knees, ripple up that strength and length to the crown of the head. And then we'll take our inhale. Exhaling body weight over to the right side of the body. Find your stability, find your strength. Everything's engaged through the center, tailbone's even in just a little bit. And we'll lift this left knee. Go ahead and decide where you want to be today, tree or ash tree, and then make your way into what that feels like in your body today. It's not uncommon to have one side that's easily balanced, whereas the other side is not. There are days when some of us can't balance at all, and other days where we're just feeling super strong and balancy. All are okay. Bring those hands back in front of the heart. Bring that left knee forward and then down. You can shake it out and you can meet me at the top of your mat. All right. As you're ready, take an inhale, reach the arms up over the head. And then exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Go ahead and step your feet back. We're going to meet in down dog. And we'll pedal through or find stillness here in this down dog for 3 more breaths. Last one. Beautiful. As you're ready, bend those knees. We're going to come down through table. And then we're going to swing those feet over to one side so we can make our way back into our comfortable seat. I like to sit on my blanket where my tailbone comes right off the front edge. It helps me to sit taller because it naturally sends my hips forward. Makes it easier on my back. So whatever your comfortable seat is, I invite you to bring those hands back to your lap. We'll take a nice big deep sighing breath here together. Inhale in. Exhale, sigh it out. I invite you to have your eyes closed or a soft gaze towards the floor. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Let those breaths start deep in the low belly, all the way up to the collarbones. And then exhale, releasing all the way down through the deep low belly. We'll take one more breath. So I invite you to just stay in this place for just another moment or two. Noticing if you feel more at ease and more at peace within your body. Allowing the breath to just move in and out. Let the jaw relax. One more breath. And as you're ready, I invite you to take an inhale with me here. And then exhale to flutter your eyes back open. You can meet me back here. So what we're going to do next is you can take a piece of paper and a pen. And what I love about mindful writing is that I can give you a prompt, but really we just want to see what's there. And there's no wrong thing that could be there. So maybe it's you making a grocery list, or you're going to make a list of all the things you wish you would have just been doing for this last 45 minutes. Whatever it is, I invite you to put pen to paper. I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes, and I just ask you to write. If you want a prompt, then I will give you this question. What is it that makes you feel like you can thrive from the inside out? What is it inside of you that makes you find joy, peace, and purpose? Did any new sensation arise? And as you're ready, we'll take one last inhale deep together here. As you exhale, you can slowly bring your awareness back to me. And we'll move into the last few. Well, we've got just a little bit longer where, and I'd like to get any feedback about what anybody may have noticed as they wrote. You don't have to even share what you wrote, but if you could share whether or not maybe you, anything that you felt any kind of physical sensation when I called attention to it after the fact.